Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the very first game of the 5th annual Mayday Mayhem tournament here in Loveland, Colorado on ColoradoSports.TV. My name is Ms. Communication.
And I am Jumping Spider.
And we are one jam in here too. Rage City Roller Girls All-Stars versus the Muddy River Rollers. No.
It looks like we got a Salt Creek All-Stars versus the Tornado Alley Roller Girls out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Just a mix-up on the paperwork.
Correct. Presently, right now, Salt Creek's Jammer, they are in blue, coming out of the penalty box as Oklahoma City puts 5 more points on the board.
Looks like OKC is going to work. They were working into a slow train for a second. Then the pivot went up to try and knock out to block the wall. Then the Salt Creek Jammer came up quickly, and before she is knocked out by number 2 on OKC.
Pack right now at a stop on the straightaway by the pivot line. Oklahoma City going in for a 4th scoring pass. We've got 20 seconds left on that jam clock right now.
Always interested to see if the teams early on try to feel each other out or if they really, really go in and try to get the early advantage. And it looks like so far both teams are really going for it on the first jam. And I believe they ran the full 2 minutes.
That last jam featured Eliza Juxiu, your lead jammer for Oklahoma City, picking up a total of 16 points on the jam, 0 for number 99, Lindsay McVeigh from Salt Creek. Another jam in play. Presently, our news desk does face the jammer line, so we will get you the jammers when we see them skate by.
There's always one spot. You're gonna be blind for a second.
Salt Creek again in blue. Oklahoma City wearing black, and out in front, that is number 136, Riot Rita, jamming for Salt Creek, and she is lead jammer. Out and ready to score, though, from Oklahoma City, that's number 22, Lita Hobita. Riot gets into the pack, is forced to call off the jam. She picks up 4 points, putting Salt Creek on the board. Oklahoma City at 16. Lita Hobita, actually, most of this Oklahoma City roller derby team, we saw them last year here at Mayday Mayhem, and their roster hasn't changed too much from last year. So we'll be interested to see how they fare here at Mayday Mayhem.
Well, usually in sports, continuity is the best thing you can have. It means stability. It means players get the time to know each other, especially for an extra year, and they know each other's moves. And in roller derby, it's so important to know what your blockers and your jammer are going to do, their tendencies, and where they want to go.
With the star in black and lead jammer from Oklahoma City is number 411, Block Party. She is skating against number 3, Medora West. Medora West breaking the pack, forcing the call-off. No score change there, 16-4, 26 minutes left in the first half. A little bit of information. This is the 5th Mayday Mayhem tournament hosted by the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls out of Greeley, Colorado. We are here at the ranch in beautiful Loveland, and it is kind of murky outside.
Yeah, it was a rainy day for sure. Foggy, a little grim, but we're broadcasting roller derby. It's got to be great.
Right. At that moment of meteorology was for you to know everybody's kind of a little cloudy this morning, trying to get their feet under them. Right now, 2 in the box for Oklahoma City, and 1 blocker just released for back to the track for Salt Creek. Out in front and your lead from Oklahoma City, that's number 55, Eliza Juxiu. And she is skating against number 713, Bisa Graceve.
Oklahoma City had that big first jam where they put 16 points on the board and got 3 grand slams, but since then it's been a 4-1 run, kind of a slow comeback for Salt Creek. Let's see if they can put any points on the board here and cut that deficit down.
17-4 right now with 24 minutes left in the first half. Two jammers out in front very fast, but number 99, Lindsay McVeigh, getting lead jammer status. She is jamming against number 09, Scary England, forces the call off. 0-0 in that jam. Oklahoma City really doing a great job whenever Assault Creek is able to get lead jammer, which they've gotten lead jammer status twice now. Only 4 points, though, for them during that lead jammer award due to pressure from Oklahoma City's jam.
And that was a big one for OKC on defense because they had two blockers in the box, and Assault Creek looked like they got the right side, that number 4 lane really easily, but the Oklahoma City jammer came out of nowhere and forced the call.
Out in front, that's Eliza Jukshu, number 55 for Oklahoma City. She is lead jammer. Trapped in the pack is number 136 from Assault Creek, Riot Rita. As Eliza Jukshu finds the inside of 5 points for Oklahoma City, Riot Rita breaks free, and Eliza Jukshu goes ahead and calls off the jam. 22-4 now with 23 minutes left in the first half of the first game of a 2-track, 3-day tournament extravaganza here in Colorado.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is the furthest west I've driven. Not the furthest west I've been, but I've never been to the Rocky Mountain state. So evidently I'm going to have to get used to the altitude.
Yes. We have a bit of altitude here. And we have a lot of attitude on the track right now. Only one person in the penalty box for Oklahoma City. That's number 2, Twisted Armani, and she is seated, so and wearing the pivot cover. On the inside for Assault Creek, that's number 3, Medora West. She is lead jammer. She is jamming against number 411, Block Party.
This is a big moment for Assault Creek. They got the lead jammer. They kind of devolved it into a rugby scrum at the jammer line, and they were able to hold the Oklahoma City jammer back. And I don't believe they've completed their first pass. So this is a big moment for Assault Creek to try and make up some points, and they go for the quick hit it and quit it. It looks like they're trying to just chip away at the lead.
So 5 points on the board for Oklahoma City and Medora, for Assault Creek. 9 points now for them, 22 Oklahoma City, 21 minutes remaining in the first half. However, Block Party had not completed her initial pass, and Medora went ahead and called it off.
Yeah, that's not exactly the move you want to see, but like I said, it looks like they're trying to go for these hit it and quit it, so sometimes if you have a strategy in your head, it's hard to get out of it. Usually you want your bench coach to signal you to keep going, but maybe they're just trying to maximize time, get as many jams in as they can. Assault
Creek's grind in zone, number 84, seated in the penalty box, and out in front, number 22, Lita Hobita, lead jammer.
Yeah.
With the star in blue, that is number 713, Bisa Grasiv. As Lita picks up 5 points, she's going to go ahead and keep the jam running as number 713 heads to the penalty box. Assault Creek giving up a power jam here with 20 minutes left in the first half.
So now that's where the hit it and quit it strategy might come back to hurt you, as they were able to draw a cutting the track penalty on the Assault Creek jammer, and now Lita can just go ahead and circle the track as long as her blockers can break up the defense for Assault Creek. And it looks like they're doing so. Oh, a nice stop and go move.
5 more points on the board for Lita. Score lengthened out 37-9, 1 blocker and a jammer on her feet in the penalty box for Assault Creek. As Lita picks up another 4 points, 20 points right now for Lita and Oklahoma City. Great hit on the inside by Twisted Armani on Bisa Grasiv.
She checked the bench to see if she should call it off, and she did not get the signal, so she keeps going.
25 points right now on the board. We've got a track cut being signaled on the outside pack, and that is Bisa Grasiv headed to the box for a track cut.
Suppose we'll see in just a moment.
Yes. So she will head for a track cut, sit down. Lita putting some points on the board. Score now 51-9, 19 minutes left in the first half. Both of these teams, of course, this is a sanctioned tournament, are WFTDA members. Oklahoma City is presently ranked 120th. Assault Creek is currently unranked in the WFTDA, but they have been members since July of last year. We've got number 99 for Assault Creek, Lindsay McVeigh. And she is skating against Eliza Jukshu, who is out but not lead because of a no pass, no penalty. Lead jammer status could still be available for Lindsay, but with number 8 driving her to the outfield, Sharpie marker, that's going to keep her tangled in the pack.
It's like we've got a penalty coming up. And that's a grand slam, a natural grand slam on the board for Oklahoma City as they are racking up points here. Eliza Jukshu through the pack, and now another penalty on the jammer for Assault Creek.
Block Party and Scary England in the box for Oklahoma City. So we have another track cut being assessed, this time to number 99, Lindsay McVeigh.
Usually in my experience, when you see a lot of jammer track cuts, they're being forced to the outside and they're being blocked by multiple players. What I've seen Oklahoma City do is the opposite of what Assault Creek is doing. The jammer will go to the outside. For Oklahoma City, they'll draw the Assault Creek defense outside and have enough agility to cut back in. So it's really kind of a draw play. But the Oklahoma City blockers they might pull 3 to one side, but they'll have one holding on the offside.
Eliza Jukshu putting another 5 on the board as Lindsay McVeigh is released from the penalty box. Jukshu tries for the jump, but she has to restart behind number 9. Miss Maladjusted for Assault Creek all the way at the back, but Lindsay McVeigh now up at the top of the pack. She is still on her initial pass. And that, folks, is the natural conclusion of the jam. Oh, nope. Sorry, I apologize. Yes, sorry, 71-9, 17 minutes remaining in the first half. Salt Creek rolling down here from Casper, Wyoming, and of course Oklahoma City from Oklahoma City. I was concerned they had tornadoes yesterday, and I was worried that they would not be able to get out of town, but apparently the airport unharmed.
Well, excellent job for them and their fans for making it.
Brace being built up at the top of the pack by Assault Creek, trying to cage jammer number 10, Beastie Toys, for the first time for Oklahoma City. They managed to force her out and push her all the way to the back of the pack. Meanwhile, that's a 136 Riot Rita up at the top of the pack, trying to fight her way through the top of the pack as number 2, Twisted Armani, heads to the penalty box for a forearm penalty, and Riot picks up lead jammer.
Now again, Assault Creek has to take advantage. The Oklahoma City jammer has not completed their initial pass yet. They've done a great job of blocking her and hemming her on the line. They have to take advantage, get going as long as they can. This cannot be a hit it and quit it scenario for them once they score.
We have a multiple player block being assessed to Black, 136 right hook. She'll go for 30 seconds. And Assault Creek with a full penalty box. Number 84 Grindin' Zone being waved back in as Beastie Toys is out and ready to score. Riot Rita still on her first scoring pass. She goes ahead and calls off the jam. She did pick up all 5 points, though, so we'll see that score tick up to 14, 71 for Oklahoma City. 15 minutes left in the first half.
That was excellent work by Oklahoma City. They had a blocker in the box. They had, I believe, 2 blockers in the box, and they had 2 people holding back Riot Rita. However, Hall Pass for Assault Creek was staying with the pack. I believe she didn't want to draw a penalty, but in that case, when you have this much of a deficit early, the way the game's been going, you might have to just take that penalty and let them go through.
Super micro pack right now with both penalty boxes full to bursting. That's Eliza Jukshu, number 55, out in front, lead jammer. She is skating against number 3, Medora. Eliza jukes you out and 5 points on the board for Oklahoma City. Medora West knocked to the infield, forced to reset behind that 2-on-2 pack, but the penalty box emptying out now.
The one thing Oklahoma City has to watch, they got a lot of penalties early on the first 2 jams. They were selling out blocks, which is good, but it looked like they were getting penalties called. I saw forearm early. They have to limit their penalties for the second half of the game, no matter what the score is now.
9-0 in that last jam, 80-14 right now, 13 minutes ticking down on our first period clock. Oklahoma City, of course, participating at Mayday Mayhem in 2014. Their first public bout was all the way back in January of 2007.
Wow. What was I doing in January of 2007?
Can't think. Jam and play. Eliza jukes you out again. Number 55, she is lead jammer. She is skating against number 84 from Assault Creek Grindin' Zone. Assault Creek really varying their jammer lineup and rotation.
They might be trying some new things, seeing if another player can have a more positive impact on the score.
Assault Creek able to put on the pressure and force the call off in that last jam. 80-14, the score remains. The clock is just a little lower. Thank you so much for tuning into our coverage of Mayday Mayhem here on ColoradoSports.TV. Make sure that donate button gets clicked on, and if you could give us, $5, $10, that would really go a long way to helping us cover our expenses for running this tournament for you for free all weekend long. Number 411 from
It's OKC.
OKC, sorry, Block Party out and is lead, but Assault Creek putting on the pressure. That was number 99, Lindsay McVeigh. That is the second jam in a row that Assault Creek has broken the pack on their initial pass to force a 0-0 jam.
Now, previously, Eliza Juxu tried an ambitious jump of the apex here at the first turn, and she almost did make it, but I believe she contacted an Assault Creek blocker, hit them low, and both went spinning out. And I was actually interested to see if she got up in one piece from that. She looked like she might have been shaken up.
Next jam in play, that is number 22, Lita Hobita on the line for Oklahoma City. She finds it on the inside and becomes lead jammer, Oklahoma City. Assault Creek losing a blocker to the penalty box. Oklahoma City also sending someone to the box. That is number 3, Medora West for Assault Creek. She is out and ready to score. Lita completes her first scoring pass and looks to her bench. Goes ahead and calls off the jam with 4 points.
Another good run from Lita. That time she didn't draw the defense, they stayed home, so she just lowered her shoulder and went into 2 blockers and got them moving forward. And then there was a gap opened up on the left side, and then she used her agility and went around the outside, picked up the 4 points.
Score now 84-16, 11 minutes left in the first half. Got a multiple player block being assessed to a number 411 Block Party for Oklahoma City. Right now we've got a blocker standing for Assault Creek and being released, and another blocker in the box, but sent out for a track cut. That is number 99, Lindsay McVeigh. Oklahoma City doing a great job of drawing those track cuts on the outside. The jammer awareness of that outside line for Assault Creek kind of low. All of the jammer penalties that have been given up by Assault Creek are track cuts in this first half.
And like I said, when you force a jammer to the outside, you really common sense would say keep them in the middle where you can block them, but in roller derby, you try to force jammers out and have them recycle rather than fight the defense all day. The strategy, obviously, from Oklahoma City is have them recycle. And that was a great move by number 2 on OKC. That was Twisted Armani that forced that track cut, knocked her out of bounds, and stepped back just enough.
Sharpie marker number 8 jamming for the first time in the game. Lindsay McVeigh released from the penalty box. Sharpie going ahead and calling it off. Lindsay was not on her, she was still on her initial pass when she went to the penalty box. Sharpie marker could have kept the clock going a little longer.
I saw that. It looked like they were on the third turn. It looked like she was just a bit tired. She had gotten knocked around a couple times. She took a pretty big hit on the second turn on her initial pass and was knocked to the floor. So sometimes you want to conserve your energy late. She did pick up the 4 points, stretches the lead out, and it's now 72 points margin.
And our magnificent Simone official on the pivot line telling us that we've got a team timeout being called for Assault Creek. Score right now 88-16, clock frozen at 9 minutes and 37 seconds. You've got 40 seconds right now to click on that donate button and pass us a few dollars. We're passing the cap this weekend. We were going to put the feed up over with a paywall and force everybody to pay money. But instead we thought, the Derby community is so good with the love. We can trust them to support us. So support us today by clicking that donate button.
Please do so. This is my first time here. It's 5 years running, and I want to come back here for a 6th. Anything you can do helps us out.
We have a shiny, shiny floor out there and very, very soft wheels being played on that floor. Again, 88-16, and we're back at 9 minutes and 37 seconds here in the first half. That's number 55, Eliza Jukshu, breaking free, lead jammer for Oklahoma City. And in blue, that's number 713, Bisa Graciev. Jukshu up at the top of the pack. For some reason, 2 blockers from Assault Creek up at the top of the pack with the other 2 mixed into the back of the pack. Jukshu threw 5 points.
I've seen that. I've actually tried to use that with my former team now down in Peoria. If you're losing jammers at the top, you kind of want to give, my theory is you kind of want to give them an initial hit on their first pass, but have 2 people basically playing a free safety kind of position out front just in case they do get out of the pack. It's risky, but with the score the way it is, you want to try it.
Jukshu with a full complement of Assault Creek blockers. We've got a track cut being assessed to Bisa Graciev. Another track cut penalty for, that was for their pivot.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
I think she was looking at her ref as well and trying to figure that out. 4 more points for Eliza Jukshu, 14-0, 107-16 right now, 8 minutes left in the first half. A little bit about Assault Creek. Assault Creek was founded back in 2009. They've been WFTDA affiliated since July of 2014. This is their second trip to Colorado so far this season. They were in Greeley on March 14th, where they lost to the Slaughterhouse Derby girls, 153-113.
So they're trying to even their Colorado record. Having a tough time of doing it, though, so far this game, though.
That's number 22, Lita Hobita on the line for Oklahoma City. And in the rainbow pantalones, that's number 136, Riot Rita, getting assessed a track cut for a cut on the inside this time, though.
Oh, that was an excellent block right there by Twisted Armani. Just forced grinding zone out to the outside. A very, very good sweep block. And Lita Hobita has the free run of the track.
Lita being nudged into the infield. Assault Creek trying to build a wall, but number 136, right hook coming in to break up that wall of blue. Lita knocked to the infield, and she gets a little over exuberant. Goes back on the track, picks up a cut with Riot Rita already on her feet and being released before Lita can get back to the box. This will be a full 30-second power jam for Assault Creek, and we will go the remaining just about 55 seconds on the jam clock.
Now you have to take advantage here. It looked like Plum Jam Happy was going to try and go and break up the wall because the Oklahoma City blockers are obviously they're very large, very athletic on this one, and Riot Rita is a smaller jammer, more of the prototypical agile jammer that you would see probably maybe 2008, 2009.
Sharpie marker number 8 assessed for a multiple player block. Riot Rita able to get out but not score any points before their power play ended.
And she stepped around the inside and takes another track cut. She's trying to tiptoe the inside, and it's been the bane. They're being forced to the inside and trying to get through any way they can.
Lita already sitting on points when she headed to the penalty box. She picks up 5 and makes fast work of the pack. 10 points now for Lita.
That was another great sweep block from Twisted Armani. She is just imposing her will out there right now.
Riot sitting on 2 points when she headed into the box, 117-16 with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. This is our first game. We have 2 tracks. You'll have to multitask between tabs if you want to try that out to catch the other games happening over on track 1. We are here all weekend, all day, all weekend. Join us here on Colorado Sports TV. Right now, Oklahoma City versus Salt Creek. Out of Casper. Jammer sent into this power start for Oklahoma City is number 411 Block Party. Block Party, though, unable to garner that lead jammer status before Riot Rita was released from the penalty box. Block Party gets lead, knocked to the outfield, forced to recycle as Riot Rita is out and ready to score.
That was yeoman's work by Assault Creek right there. As Block Party, as you might guess, is a blocker, has a blocker size, blocker strength, and she almost forced the out of play, but a nice saving block by Assault Creek forced her to the infield, and Riot Rita came out of the penalty box and got lead jammer.
Score now 117-18. We've got 4 minutes left in the first half. Eliza Jukshu, number 55, on the line for Oklahoma City, and on the outside becomes lead jammer. She's skating against number 3, Medora West. Medora West out and ready to score. Eliza Jukshu, though, completing her first pass, calls off the jam for 4 points.
Now we're coming into the latter half of the first half, about 3.5 minutes to go, and Oklahoma City looks like they're content to try and salt this one away early if possible. Really, really good job done by Lita Hobita and Eliza Jukshu. Two jammers that are strong but quick and agile, and they're shredding the defense right now.
Eliza Jukshu has held lead jammer status all but one time that she has jammed thus far in this first half.
That's what you want from your star.
That's number 09 with the star in black, Scary England. And in blue, lead jammer, number 99, Lindsay McVeigh.
Give Lindsay credit for a very, very good move. She stuck Block Party on the inside, held her line, and then stepped out. Block Party was skating backwards and fell down to the track, so that gave Assault Creek lead.
Scary England out and ready to score. Lindsay McVeigh breaking a 9 lead jammer award streak for Oklahoma City. So that 4 points for Assault Creek also could entail a bit of a shift in momentum. Hopefully we'll see Assault Creek kind of pull into this game and put a few more points on the board. 122-22 right now, 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half.
Well, the score at one point was 71-9. It's now 122-22, as you said. So that's a 51 to 13-point run. But Assault Creek needed to see some points go on the board.
With the star in black, we've got number 31, Galaxy Inferno, for the first time. And that's number 713, Bisa Grace, have headed to the penalty box for a track cut.
What else is new? And she didn't look happy about it. Couldn't tell if she was upset with herself or upset with the call. Meanwhile, on Oklahoma City, as you said, this is the first time for Galaxy Inferno. And when you have a lead like this, you get to do things like this. You can pull in your reserve jammers and rest your main squad of jammers.
You know, I've actually seen a 100-point deficiency be caught up in 20 minutes. So one does not rest on one's laurels in this game. 5 points on the board for Galaxy Inferno and the Tornado Alley Roller Girls. Multiple player block being assessed to number 22, Lita Hobita. She'll go for a 30-second sit. As Jammer back in for Assault Creek, forcing the call off, 127 to 22. We have 45 seconds left here in the first half.
If you're Assault Creek, you want to get one jam so you can see points on the board, so you can go into halftime with a positive feeling. You want to get lead, get points, and really turn around what's been the theme of this game, and that's Oklahoma City dominating the jammer line.
That's right, Rita, number 136, jammer of record for Assault Creek. She is jamming against number 09, Scary England. Scary England now lead jammer 100% of the time in the whole 2 jams that she has jammed. Oh wait, 3 jams. I apologize. I missed one. She has a 67% lead jammer status percentage. 3 points for Scary England. She calls off the jam, and we are going to head into halftime. Presently, halftimes are running 15 minutes. Those may change, though, throughout the weekend, depending on scheduling constraints. Score right now, 130 to 22. Assault Creek playing Oklahoma City here on our first game on track 2. Once again, you're tuning into 2015 Mayday Mayhem coverage here on ColoradoSports.TV. I'm Miss Communication.
I'm Jumping Spider.
And we are going to take a short break. And we are back with 50 seconds ticking down on that halftime clock. You are tuning in to Mayday Mayhem 2015 coverage on ColoradoSports.TV here at Track 2. I'm Miss Communication.
I'm Jumping Spider.
Some real quick stats, fast and dirty. We had 22 jams in the first half. Of those jams, 14 lead jammer statuses for Oklahoma City, 5 for Assault Creek. High score for Oklahoma City is Lita Hobita, number 22, with 25 points, and number 3, Medora West, picking up 5 points for Assault Creek. So the stats tell us what we already know. That scoreboard right now reads 130-22, Oklahoma City in the advantage right now.
Salt Creek needs to make up points. Don't necessarily have to do it quickly, but they have to start imposing their will defensively.
On the jammer line for Oklahoma City, doing the most creative fall and track cut. That's 09, Scary England. She was awarded lead jammer status, so we will go the full 2 minutes of this jam. That's number 99, Lindsay McVeigh for Assault Creek.
Lindsay trying to shove her way past, I believe that's Twisted Armani, who is called for the out-of-play penalty.
Lindsay McVeigh out, and of course not lead because that was awarded to Scary England before she headed out for a track cut. Lindsay McVeigh on the inside like a hot knife through a cliche. 5 points for Assault Creek.
Speaking of cliches, that's how you want to start the second half. Get a quick 5 points.
Oh, that's good. Add a cliche when I take one away. +1, -1 on cliches for announcers here on track 2. Lindsay threw again another 5 points just as Scary England re-engages the pack from the penalty box. She is out ready to score. Scary England slapping into the pack, but she picks up a back block penalty. Too much in a hurry to pick up points as Lindsay McVeigh puts another 5 points on the board, 15 thus far for Assault Creek.
Give Lindsay credit. She gave Scary England a little bit of a rub as she went past and forced her into a blocker from her own team.
Another 5 points, power points for Lindsay McVeigh. She's on a 20-point streak right now. Assault Creek right now sitting at the answer, 42, looking to add a few more points before the last 10 seconds of the jam expires. And she does. Power play ended now for Assault Creek as Scary England back in. No points for her. She did clear the pack, finally completing her initial scoring pass without garnering a penalty. Score now 130-47. I think Assault Creek put on their game face during halftime.
Well, you want to come out of the half strong, especially if you're down, and they did so right there. Lindsay was determined. She shoved, twisted Armani on her initial pass, eventually got through, and drew a penalty.
Oklahoma City at a significant blocker disadvantage. 2 blockers out on the track, knocking number 136. That's Riot. And number 55, Eliza Juxiu, out in front, and the lead jammer. But Riot breaking free. She is ready to score points as well.
Whoa, 360 and earning 2 points, and that's going to be the
2 points for Eliza Juxiu.
point of the night.
3 points for Salt Creek. Riot Rita able to sneak in there and steal a few points off of Eliza Juxiu. Also, according to my unofficial scribblings, that is the first time that Eliza Juxiu has only put a few points on the board. She did have a few call-offs where she had 0-0. But usually in the first half, Jukes was able to pick up a full scoring pass, at least one. Lita Hobia right now in the penalty box. Got number 3, Medora West, and she is out and lead for Salt Creek. She is jamming against number 411 Block Party.
Salt Creek has to keep the pack slow. Great move right there by Medora West.
Salt Creek puts on the points, and everybody in the room screams, "Call it," as Block Party was approaching the back of the pack. So they did go ahead and call it off. 132-54, 25 minutes left in the game. Please make sure this weekend is being provided to you free here on Colorado Sports TV. Please click our Donate Now button and give us a few dollars. You know, it costs us money to put this on. We want to offer it to you for free, but out of the Derby love of your heart, click on that Donate Now button. It's number 713 on the line in blue, Bisa Graciev for Salt Creek. She is jamming against number 8, Sharpie Marker.
The things these skaters can do with those stops blows my mind.
This is a big jam for Bisa Grace. She got knocked around in the first half and got a ton of track cuts called. She needs a good jam here for her confidence and for the team.
Oklahoma City sending Scary England out to the penalty box. Scary already on 2 penalties at least for the second half. This will be her 3rd. I didn't have a chance to look at the penalty board before coming back from the half, but we could have a issue there with penalties. Sharpie Marker sent to the penalty box. This is a power jam. Advantage Salt Creek. Bisa Graciev out and ready to score, not lead. She had a no pass, no penalty, meaning she passed a jammer who was out, or a blocker who was out of play on her initial pass. Bisa Graciev being knocked all the way back behind Beastie Toys, number 10 for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City building a wall at the back of the pack. Bisa Graciev trying to call off the jam, but she is again not lead as this power play has ended. Great penalty kill by Oklahoma City.
She has really been getting knocked around by the likes of Lita and Twisted Armani, and it shows again. Oklahoma City has their jammer free.
Sharpie Marker out, ready to score. Bisa Graciev just getting mooshed all over the place.
Is that a technical term, mooshed?
Yes, it is a very technical term. 1 point each for those jammers. No power points in that jam. Great penalty kill again by Oklahoma City, locking down the defense and keeping Bisa Graciev in her place. She had barely cleared on the ability to score by the time Sharpie Marker was back in. 55, 133, 23 minutes left in the game.
It's a 33-3 run right now by Salt Creek, and they're trying to force the immediate out of play. With
Sharpie Marker caged in the box. That's number 99, Lindsay McVeigh, lead jammer. Lindsay McVeigh having a huge jam to start out the second half.
Oh, and she got called on a track cut. That left skate just barely grazed the infield. Good, tough blocking up front.
You can tell when I get sort of quiet. When I get sort of quiet on broadcast, it's because I saw a skate go over a line and I'm waiting to see if the ref caught it. Sharpie marker back in from the box. Lead jammer status has been awarded already, so we're going to go the remaining minute 15 as Lindsay McVeigh is caged in the penalty box for 30 seconds. Oklahoma City using some great defense against number 84 from Assault Creek Grinding Zone, trying to goat her at the back of the pack and take control of where the pack is at.
Give her a lot of credit. She went back there and jammed up the jammer for a good amount of time before she was called to the penalty box.
Sharpie marker shoving her way up to the top of the pack. We're going to have a bridge over troubled water here in just a moment, as that penalty killed by Assault Creek. No points picked up during that power jam.
That's very, very good for them. They're still down, even though they've gotten the lion's share of the points this half. They need to cut the deficit down.
Lindsay McVeigh already sitting on points, headed to the penalty box. She picks up 5 as we have a star pass. Lita Hobita taking the star from Sharpie marker. Sharpie marker likely tired and looking to avoid that third trip to the penalty box in 2 jams. Oh, Lita up on 1 foot on the inside. Picks up 4 points.
And she took a shot right there at the most vulnerable position on the track.
That was amazing.
That was a great flank hit right to the body, and Lita absorbed it. 1 foot flamingo to the inside and just tightrope the inside line.
7-4 in that last jam in favor of Assault Creek. 62-137 with 20 minutes left in the game.
Assault Creek having a new skater jamming. That is Heather Howell.
We've got number 006, Heather Hunt, for Assault Creek as the jammer of record. She will head to the penalty box for a track cut. Lead jammer status awarded to number 55, Eliza Juxiu. She took a 3-jam sit due to that double power jam in the last 2 jams. 5 points for Eliza Juxiu.
This is where Oklahoma City did their damage. Eliza Juxiu was 1, Lita was another, and it looks like they're doing it again. She's just so agile on the track.
Eliza Juxiu picking up another 5 points, goes back to re-engage the pack as 006 Heather Hunt released from the box. This power jam is over. Another 5 points for Eliza Juxiu, though. 15 points total on that power play. Oh, Juxiu being knocked to the infield. We've got a blocking out of bounds penalty being assessed to an Assault Creek blocker.
Heather Havoc was about to take a track cut, and she also, it wasn't called, but she's got to watch the forearms. That might come into play later if she jams again.
Low block being assessed to a blocker from Assault Creek. Assault Creek now down 2 blockers in their box. Score now 62-156, 18 minutes left in the game.
Oklahoma City hearing Assault Creek coming up on them now. The score 62-156. We have Beastie Toys now on the jammer line for Oklahoma City.
2 blockers in the penalty box for Assault Creek, and Oklahoma City takes advantage. Beastie Toys out front, and she is lead jammer.
This is Beastie Toys' first jam of the game. It's Riot Reed, number 136 out there for Assault Creek. She's still trying to find her way through the pack on the initial pass, but with the pack taking off super fast, she finds she can take a little bit of advantage, but she gets knocked out of bounds as Beastie Toys puts 5 points on the board for Oklahoma City.
Give credit to Princess Mayhem. Sold out for that one, got called for the penalty, but was able to hold back the opposing jammer.
Beastie Toys knocked to the outfield, has to reset behind the pack.
Able to slow down that momentum she has been gaining around the track.
Beastie Toys now with a 3 to beat. Pack getting spread out and on the out of play. They have to let her go. 10 points total now for Oklahoma City. 10-0 in that last jam. Score now 166-62. We've got 17 minutes left in the game.
Assault Creek had the momentum going, starting off the half. It looks like the needle is starting to shift the other way. Might have started with that 1-1 jam with Eliza Juksu.
They are current WMTBA ranking is 120. And Assault Creek just joined in July of 2014. They have yet been ranked. So this is
out in front with that lead jammer status. That's number 3, Medora West. But hot on her heels is number 411 Block Party. Medora hits the pack, calls it off just before she has a chance to pick up a point. 0-0 in that last jam, 16:33 in the game.
Might not want to use that strategy, and she tried to go in there like a missile and was met by a brick wall. Usually the missile wins that one, but not that time.
Well, you have to also be careful when you go in hot to a big wall. That's a big chance for a back blocking penalty. Although strangely enough, Assault Creek picking up only track cuts as far as their jammers are concerned.
Jamming for Oklahoma City.
Once again, Oklahoma City in black, Assault Creek in blue. That's number 713 on the line in blue, Bisa Graceve. And number 31.
It's Galaxy Inferno once again.
Your lead jammer.
Galaxy Inferno making a great first jam out.
Bisa Graceve being sent to the back of the pack. Galaxy Inferno finds it on the inside, 5 points for herself and those fancy leg warmers.
I think that's a lion on there.
Yes, we got like leggings and knee socks happening there. Very fancy. And also some fancy work there. She's now found it on the inside twice. Assault Creek not paying attention to that inside line very well. We have a track cut on Bisa Graceve. She will sit down for 30 seconds, and we've got a power play for Galaxy Inferno.
I think Galaxy looked at the bench, saw that she had to keep going, and was kind of surprised.
Another 5 points for Galaxy Inferno.
Please don't take any offense or try to find the details after this game.
Assault Creek trying to build a bridge, but eventually they have to let her go. 5 more points.
This is great work, what you want to see from your reserve jammer.
Galaxy Inferno right now sitting on 10 power points, but 20 for the jam as Bisa Graceve heads back in from the box. Galaxy Inferno, of course, in control of the jam. She goes ahead and calls off the jam. 4 more points, 24-0 in that last jam in favor of Oklahoma City.
What was her jam score on the first jam in the first half?
On her first jam in the first
And
half.
I know it was less than 10 points.
I'm going back in my notes. This is the song of going back in my notes. Galaxy actually only jammed once in the first half. She picked up 5 points. So 24 points on the board for Galaxy Inferno. 190-62 right now, and Eliza Juksu out in front, lead jammer for Oklahoma City. She's joined by Lindsay McVeigh, number 99, for Assault Creek, who is forced to reset behind the pack, but she does find her way through on the inside. Big hit by Lita, slowing down the pack. 5 points for Eliza Juksu. She goes ahead and calls off the jam.
I believe Lita Hobita might have been okay. I thought she got called for a penalty, but I think that was just from the audience.
Not penalized. Well, yes, all of the armchair officials certainly know from their point of view. 195-62, 12 minutes on the game. It's number 136 Riot, Rita in blue. She is skating against 411 Block Party. Block Party fighting up at the top of the pack. We have a track cut being assessed to pivot number 84 Grinding Zone.
Nice move by Block Party. She just pirouetted around the force block to the outside. Tried to slow down the opposing jammer, but she was right. Rita slipped past her.
I believe Block Party was going for the knock out of bounds and didn't quite get it. I think I saw her mouth something like, I can't believe that, or you can't, or maybe something different. Lip reading, you only get 30% of the words, so.
Pretty sure it's worse in my case.
195-62 now. Just under 12 minutes left in this first game on the second track of a 2-track, 3-day tournament here in Loveland, Colorado.
Oh, call it an extravaganza. It's an extravaganza.
Oh, it's Mayhem. There's some other extravaganza. I don't know about that one. Eliza jukes you through with lead jammer, but number 3, Medora West, putting on the pressure, out and ready to score. Jukes you hits the pack, calls off the jam, picks up 4 points.
Picks up 4 points per effort.
Whew, that's unbelievable. That was a calculated move. She knew she probably would not be able to keep her feet, but she flew past the pack and got 4 points. That's all she needed.
199-62, 11 minutes left in the game.
We have number 10, Beastie Toys up again for Oklahoma City.
She's coming up against Bisa Grayson.
Beastie Toys out there again.
Up against number 713, Beast Aggressive. Beastie Toys with 1 to beat. Salt Creek trying to make the recycle. They're successful.
Beast Aggressive being knocked around once again by who else but Twisted Armani.
Beastie out, lead jammer for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City holding lead jammer status 5 times in a row now. Beast Aggressive working at the back of the pack. She makes a break for it. Out and ready to score. Another 5 points for Beastie in Oklahoma City. She calls it off. Oklahoma City now over the 2-century mark, 204-62. And Beast Aggressive picking up a track cut penalty right at the end of that jam. This will be a power jam in Oklahoma City's favor.
It has not been her day. Beast Aggressive she's really been punished trying to get through the pack. And she's picked up a lot of track cuts because of it.
And so we are going to have a power jam as there was a cut track penalty called at the end of that round.
According to my unofficial scribblings, Beast Aggressive is sitting on at least 5 penalties. Those are just her jammer penalties. I haven't noticed if she's been in the pack and been assessed.
Galaxy Inferno fighting it her way through for Oklahoma City. Maybe she's not a reserve jammer anymore.
Galaxy Inferno out, lead jammer in this power play in Oklahoma City's favor.
Just been a few feedback in the legal engagement.
Salt Creek losing a blocker, their pivot to the penalty box. Galaxy Inferno up at the top of the pack, fighting against number 9 millimeters, a miss maladjusted.
Lita tried to come in with a hard sweep, but Galaxy Inferno still forced to the infield.
Fairly decent penalty kill by Salt Creek as Beast Aggressive back in the pack from the penalty box. Salt Creek going to lose one of their blockers to the penalty box. Galaxy Inferno still betwixt at the rear of the pack, being held in her spot by number 28, Hall Pass. And we have a star pass to number 84 for Salt Creek, Grinding Zone.
Well, during this game, all their blockers are jammers.
Another 5 points for Galaxy Inferno. She'll call off the jam. 209-62, 5-0 in that last jam. 8 minutes ticking down on the clock.
If Assault Creek can take away something from that last jam for the rest of the day, is that they did officially kill off the penalty and they forced the jammer to recycle when it looked like Galaxy would have a free run through for score.
I love seeing is having those jammers.
Jam in play. That's number 55, Eliza Juxu, out in front, lead jammer. She is skating against Lindsay McVeigh from Assault Creek. Lindsay out and ready to score. Eliza going to have to pick up her points real quick and call off the jam.
Oklahoma City definitely made her work to get through to get her scooping pass.
That was another nice move by Eliza, basically doing what she's been doing all day. Kind of faking outside, drawing the defense, and then going back inside. Sometimes you wonder if a team's just not used to the floor, if the wheels are not what they wanted, but that play has really, really been working well for the OKC Jammers.
2:13 to 63, 6 minutes left in the game.
Your favorite name out there, Beast
It's Riot Rita, number 136 for Assault Creek. And number 10, Beastie moves out and lead for Oklahoma City. And Riot Rita picks up a track cut, and she will head to the penalty box for this power play in the favor of Oklahoma City.
Wasn't exactly sure where that track cut occurred.
In those power jam situations.
Like Assault Creek trying to work two at the back to slow up Beastie Toys. And now two at the front. They need a bridge, didn't get it in time, and that's a free 5 points grand slam for Beastie Toys.
Riot Rita has only been to the box 3 times as a jammer.
That's very, very good for Assault Creek. She's been one of their better jammers on the day.
Riot Rita back in as BC Toys picks up another 5 points for Oklahoma City. Riot Rita being crowded to the outfield by Lita Hobita, but she will be sent to the penalty box. I think I caught a skating out of bounds penalty.
It was close. They were both hugging the outside line, and Rita was trying to put the wood to her.
4 points further for Beastie moves. Riot Rita out and ready to score. Pack running up moderately fast here on this shiny, slick track. 4 more points for Beastie. She's going to call off the jam. 18-0 on that last jam, 231 to 63. Something I'm not seeing this year, it appears that skaters are a little bit more prepared to play on the polished concrete. Last year was our first year in this venue, and we had a lot of egregious low blocks because of the slickness of the track. And this year, though, I was assured that the track has actually been treated. We got permission this year to treat the track. And then they also didn't, buff it to a lovely shine for us. Sharpie marker on the line for Oklahoma City. And Heather Hunt, number 006 for Assault Creek.
Heather on her last go-around was having a lot of trouble with the blocking, and she was flailing a bit.
Heather taking a spill at the infield, takes her a while to roll it around and restart it again. Looks like she's grabbing the back of her hip / gluteal region. Number 4125 Plum Jam Happy sent to the box for Assault Creek as Sharpie marker becomes lead jammer. Hunt out and ready to score. Marker picking up 2 points, calling off the jam, 2:33 to 63, 3 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock. Oklahoma City Roller Derby has a long-standing rivalry with River Valley Roller Girls, Northwest Arkansas Roller Girls, and ICT Wichita, thanks to a 2006 Route 66 Rebellion tournament. So the rivalry has been going for a very long time now. This is the 9th year.
Almost 10-year rivalries.
233.63 with the jam in play, and Eliza Jukshu finding it on the outside lead jammer. Eliza Jukshu has skated 7 jams and it has 100% lead jammer percentage in the second half of this game.
And I believe you said, I think in the first half she was 6 of 7 lead jammers?
Yes, so she had every jam except 1 in the first half that she was lead jammer. Number 3, Medora West for Assault Creek, out and ready to score. Jukshu picks up 4, calls off the jam.
If we do want to drop, I will drop one more cliche for the entire bout. One of the last ones, Coach Speak says you can't teach athleticism, and that's what Eliza and Lita have. The ability to get small when they need to, get large when they need to, clear their body out from blocks and hold on to the track on the outside of the inside has been indispensable for Oklahoma City in this bout.
Lita actually has not jammed in this second half. We've seen her mainly play as a blocker, but certainly a massive first half for Lita Hobita. Sure, we're just resting and recycling. You know, we are in Colorado. 99, Lindsay McVeigh out and lead for Assault Creek. She is jamming against number 47, Princess Mayhem, out for the first time in the game.
Lindsay McVeigh has had a bit of an up and down second half, but I believe she started out very well.
Princess Mayhem picking up a track cut. That's 5 points on the board for Lindsay McVeigh in Assault Creek. We've got 1 minute ticking down on that penalty, or on the period clock.
Fight through that Oklahoma City defense.
Lindsay McVeigh with another pass, 5 points. The penalty box looking full, and we've got an official standing next to the box. I believe that Lita Hobita, I think he's motioning that she has 7, but we will find out here at the half. Yep, Lita Hobita out, being dismissed for her 7th penalty. Blocker will take her place on the track. That's number 132. We have another 4 points on the board for Lindsay.
Hits for 7 penalties.
Give a lot of credit to Lindsay McVeigh and her Assault Creek. They played from behind from pretty much the opening whistle, but they never let up. And their jammers, especially in the second half, really, really worked hard to score.
The auxiliary team bench, the penalty box full for Oklahoma City right now, as we will have the spinning arm and the over signal being given. 242 to 78. Oklahoma City taking the victory here in this first game on track 2. Just a quick note about the format of our tournament. Our tournament is being played as it is a World Cup style tournament for the women. We have 2 pools right now. Oklahoma City ranked 1st in the pool. They played number 7, Assault Creek. Basically, we do a little run through. Everybody plays each other, and then that seeds into our tournament, which starts, our bracket, which starts midday tomorrow. So right now, Oklahoma City looking strong as that first seed, 242 to 78. We had an amazing second half for Lindsay McVeigh. She put up, of course, that 25-point jam at the beginning of the game, and then 24 points to close out the game for her. Most of those points on the board belonging to Lindsay McVeigh for Assault Creek. High-scoring jam for Oklahoma City. We had a 24-point jam for Galaxy Inferno. Of course, now the victory going to Oklahoma City. They will continue on. The 7th seed team, without doing the upset on the 1st seed team, will not be able to make it to qualify for the bracket. But, of course, we will still see Assault Creek play through the rest of the tournament. Thank you so much for joining us here at Mayday Mayhem 2015 here on Colorado Sports TV. Make sure you click on that Donate Now button and float us a few dollars for putting on this fine production for you. Once again, I am Ms. Communication.
I'm Jumping Spider.
And tune in. We will have another game here for you shortly on track 2.